Yo yo, what's up guys? Back with yesterday, August 13th, 2025's trade recap. I know as you guys know, yesterday I was in the hospital. I got surgery done, and now we're got back home this morning. And first, what's the first thing I do? I'm a fucking grinder. So the first thing I do is hop on the damn chart so I could do my trade recap. All right. Anyway, so yesterday was the first day after our previous all-time high breakout. So when you go to the hourly chart, reset my chart view here. You see this previous all-time high all the way over here. Yesterday we broke, or 2 days ago now, on Tuesday, we broke out, and then so yesterday was the first move above all-time highs. And so I am personally am not very good at trading near all-time highs since I'm a supply and demand trader. I need levels to work with. So the next best thing is just using whole psychological numbers. And so on the NQ chart, that whole psychological number is 24,000. On the ES chart, it was 6,500. And so I actually took both of these trades at almost the same time. ES went and tested 6,500 first before NQ failed 2,400, but that's what I'm going to go over. So then when you drop down to the hourly chart here, I got oh shit, I'm drawing levels, and I have to do all this shit standing up by the way because I can't sit down. All right, so I got filled on a ES short here at 9:45 a.m. What I was waiting for this to happen, a break above 6,500 to trap all longs, and then a full candle closure below the 6,500. And so that was right here. Notice this volume down here as well on that failure. Look at all these green candles right here, aside from the opening print, because that's always going to have the most volume. You can just see, low volume, close below on elevated volume, and that was when I called my short. Was at this candle closure. As you can see here, got filled at 6496.5, which was like right around this closure. It closed, yep, zero point 0.5, yep. And so this trade, it took me. I traded down, and I had to sell my positions early because I got called in to go to surgery. So I was doing all this from my phone, laying in a hospital bed, and that just shows you the power of trading because you can do this shit anytime, anywhere, as long as you know what the fuck you're doing and you got Wi-Fi or service. So that was trade one, which was this one right here. I made 600 bucks. My original target going into it was these previous all-time highs, so I could have caught another 20 points on ES, which is another 2 grand. So today could have been like a $4,000 or $5,000 day for me if I was not at the hospital, which is very frustrating. But it is what it is. So the next short I took, and I was actually in the trade at the same time, was an ES, or sorry, not ES. ES what I just went over was NQ shorts. So here, and see, these trades were actually a little bit longer. Um, 30 to 40 minutes for the ES trade is what it took, and 20 minutes for the NQ trade, which, obviously here was a much better day. 2 minutes for 400 bucks, 2 minutes for 600 bucks, 4 minutes for 1,000 bucks, and then, that was 3 minutes to lose 400. But next I'll go over the NQ chart. And so it was the same thing. I had the same exact watch. So 24,000, we opened above it, and what I was looking for was a failure of 24,000. And so down here, where was it? It was this candle right here. We closed below it, and then it happened. This happened so fast was when we broke back above. And then we closed below. I entered on this candle here at 23,995, and there was a little bit of drama. I mean, it wasn't. I mean, I went down 10. I went down 10 points, and then we got the dump. I sold. Same thing. I had to exit my NQ and ES trades at the same exact like the same exact time. I exited these like 10 seconds apart. Because they told me that I was going in for surgery, and then guess what? I didn't end up going in for like another 5 hours. So, fuck the hospitals. And then so that was that. And then I took one more trade. I took another NQ short, and let's see what time it was. Don't worry about this MNQ. I didn't mean to trade MNQ. I meant to trade NQ. So this wasn't really a trade. I accidentally entered I entered a contract of MNQ, and then we were starting to move in my direction, and I realized that I was only up like $20 instead of $200, and I was like, all right, what the fuck's going on here? So then I added another contract because I was still confused. I didn't realize I was on MNQ, and then I added another contract. So that's why I was in 3 contracts of MNQ. And then I realized, and I switched over to NQ. I was able to catch a little bit of a nicer average anyway at 23,950 at 11:45, which would have been back here. So what I was looking for was this structure here. So we made this. We formed a lower high here, and then we got a lower low. And then so the next thing I was looking for was us to form another lower high. And so we got that here. We got this wick, and then we ended up dumping a little bit, closing. This is where I was entering MNQ, by the way, was it here? And then at this candle closure, with the red candle, I entered my trade and caught. I was only able to catch like 15 points because now they were really taking my phone away from me because I was going into the operating room. So I was only able to catch like 15 points, and unfortunately, we dumped like 32 points from my entry, which is, I mean, it's all good, but and then yeah, that was it. I didn't mean to enter this trade. I had 3 contracts loaded because I had the 3 contracts at MNQ. So then when I switched on NQ, I had 3 contracts loaded in the bid. So when I sold, when I tried to get out of here, I accidentally bought 3 contracts here, and then I got lucky and I made $100. But so yeah, that's the trade recap for today, or for yesterday's session. Getting uploaded today, what's today? The 14th, August 14th. And yeah, so my main watches today, I mean, actually, it's only 8:13 a.m. and we have PPI in 17 minutes. PPI is the Producer Price Index. That measures the inflation for producers. CPI measures inflation for consumers, which is us, average people, and then PPI measures inflation for like corporations and stuff like that. So these charts are going to look completely different. If PPI comes in really cool, we can break back above 24K. If PPI comes in hot, we can get back those previous all-time highs at 23,850. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what I'm watching anyway. I'm watching a break above NQ 24K for longs, and I'm watching a break below. I'm watching a bounce at 23,850, and then it'd be the same respective thing on ES. On ES, actually, I'm watching a long and a short. I'm watching either a break above 6,500 for longs. So if we break above it during PPI, and then come and retest it, I'll test that. And then the other thing I'm watching is a failure of those previous all-time highs at 6470, which was the bounce level from yesterday's session. So that's it. That's the recap for today. And yeah, that's it. I'll be maybe be uploading one of these later today for trades that I may or may not take today. I'm not sure how if I should be trading while I'm taking Percocets for painkillers. But yeah. All right, guys. See you guys later.